back again, once again, with another mini review of just one book this time. So, yes, I know I'm surprising a lot of people, but it's just a simple case of 0 or 1. So, either there are no videos or there is a huge bunch every day. So, be prepared for that with this channel. So, this book came out a couple of years back, and I just managed to get my hands on it maybe 6 months ago because I was waiting for the prices to drop, which took a long time and does take a long time in our country. And the thing was that the main reason for buying this book was its cover, and that is, ta-da! The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. Just look at that cover. Isn't it just gorgeous? Gorgeous, gorgeous cover. And there's this blue glazing which shines and everything. And people who pre-ordered this apparently got a poster of this, which they could actually frame without all this stuff written here, which was great, I think. So, how was the book? It was okay. Wasn't any great shakes, I'm sorry to say. First, I did not like, let's begin with the world building. I did not like the world building at all. The author labels every chapter, every main chapter as East and West simply. So there is a conflict between the East and the West. There's one part which believes in dragons and one which does not. So that is what she wants to show, I suppose. But there are characters who are moving from the East to the West, and there are these small places in the East and or in the West. These are these small countries or areas or whatever you want to call them. So when you label the whole thing as just East, it becomes too difficult to figure out where that person is moving from and to which part. So finally I just gave up on that. I just went on with the story. I stopped paying attention to where they were geographically. So that was a put down. And then the characters are very forgettable. There's nothing very memorable about them. I would not read this book a second time, and I would not suggest it to anybody except maybe to some young adults, maybe say somebody who's 15 or 16, because it does have a little bit of adult content also. So there is that. But it did keep me engaged for 2 days or 3 days that it took me to finish the book. So that way it did its job. But as a standalone epic fantasy, I expected more. And there's someone who has said it's a feminist successor to The Lord of the Rings. Okay, so this is definitely a feminist fantasy because all the main characters are female, and it has the LGBTQ angle, but it doesn't add anything to the story. Yes, 2 of those characters are really strong women, but instead of trying to make it into a feminist fantasy, if she had just let it remain a fantasy and just let the story flow, it feels too contrived, and the climax was just, it was just hopeless. I don't know what was happening from where. It was just simply trying too hard. So, and please, this is nothing like The Lord of the Rings. Please do not call things, just making comparisons without giving the matter enough thought, because this is a matter of great import. Somebody would read this and say, oh, it is like The Lord of the Rings. No, it is not. It is not. So do not make that mistake. So it's a nice sort of, I hate to say this, but sort of a girly fantasy. And I could not take it seriously. I'm sorry. But the best thing about this book is this gorgeous cover. Yeah, look at it again. So unfortunately, all that glitters. So that's my rant for the day. I am very sorry. That's because probably I had such high expectations from this book. And when you go into a book with extremely high expectations, if the book lets you down, you sort of react to it in that way. So yes, that's it for today. Take care and be safe. Ciao.